So for part B, we have to solve this inequality. We're going to do it in exactly the same way as we did the part 1. We have to multiply out our brackets first. So 2 by 1 there is just 2. 2 by 2x is 4x. There's nothing near the 8x, so it stays as minus 8x. It's greater than or equal to, keep that minus 7 there. Some of you were inclined when you sent it to me to have that disappeared, but it stays there as is. So now, like before, what we want to do is, let's not do that. What we want to do is get together any x's and then any numbers. So the x's we have on the left hand side are this 4x and then minus 8x. So that's 2. Apologies. That's 2. And then 4x minus 8x is minus 4x, which is greater than or equal to minus 7. What we want to do now is, like before, just get the x's on their own. There's 2 different ways to do this. You could move the minus 4x over to the right hand side and the minus 7 to the left hand side and just change the signs. I know you usually do like to leave the x's on the left hand side, so let's do that. We just have to be careful in the next step when we do. That leaves us with minus 4x is greater than or equal to minus 9. When we now go to divide by the minus 4, when we divide inequalities by a minus number, and we wouldn't really seen this since last year, we have to change the inequality signs. We have to flip it over. So what you're left with is x, and now it's less than or equal to minus 9 divided by minus 4. Okay, and when you go and work that out, 9 divided by 4, you're left with 2.25. So x has to be less than or equal to 2.25. We have to pay attention now to this. Oh, that wasn't what I meant to do. To this, unfortunately. Go have a look. It would have been one of the very first things we did in 5th year. Have a look at your notes copy. Z is integers, which means they can be positive or negative, but they have to be whole numbers. So 2.25 obviously isn't a whole number, and x has to be less than it. So the first whole number that's less than the first whole number that's less than 2.25 is just 2. So x is less than or equal to 2 is what we want to plot down here. So it can be 2, it can be 1, 0, 1, minus 2, minus 3, and we use dots because it's integers, which means that they are whole numbers.